greats, all-time greats, opening batsman Graham Gooch. Let's give a big round of applause. And Graham, just a couple of words before you go, if you don't mind.
Of Indian cricket. It's a great honour for an English cricketer to come to this stadium, let alone be made a member. I remember coming here many years ago for coaching camps with our present England captain Alistair Cook. We stayed in the beautiful pavilion and we learned so much about playing this great game. So it's a great honour to be standing here. I do apologise that our captain Alistair Cook is not here. I think on reflection he would like to be here because he would have certainly enjoyed your president's description of him as a swashbuckling player. I think that would go well in his book. But he couldn't make it because he's obviously brushing up on his tactics for tomorrow's game. He did ask me today as the batting coach how many test matches I played in Mumbai, and I said I played in 1980 when we were victorious, 81 we lost, and 93 we lost. He looked at the pitch and said, what is the best way to play spin bowling? And I said, watch it from the non-striker's end. So that was my advice to him. But before I step down, I hope you will permit me just a minute to pay my personal tribute to Sachin Tendulkar. I was the England captain when he scored his first Test century at Old Trafford in 1990. He showed great skill and determination that day to stop England winning that match, and that century was full of commitment for his country's cause. It's been a remarkable career. The desire, the sacrifice, the discipline that he showed over such a long period of time. To be a great run maker, you need to have great attitude, fantastic technical ability, supreme knowledge, and above all, wonderful concentration. This cricketer has had all those in abundance. I know I speak on behalf of all cricketers and cricket lovers in England. I wish to pay tribute to this cricketer for not only inspiring a nation, but being a fantastic ambassador for this great game all over the world. All of us players, ex-players, are just custodians of this great game for a short period of time, and we hope to influence that game when our time is there. This cricketer can be called a true hero for not only his own country, but for future generations of cricketers and cricket lovers around the world. I salute him. Thank you.
Graham, can we ask you a couple of questions before you go? Just quickly. One is, why don't we see that stance anymore? The open stance with the bat up. Don't see that too often anymore.
Well, the old chicken legs are not too well now, so I don't think I'll be teaching any of our players the way I used to play, but I think they've got other things on their mind at the moment, is how to play the ball that spins off the wicket.
और एक आखिरी सवाल हिंदी में सर, कैटरीना कैफ, प्रियंका चोपड़ा और अंशुमन गायकवाड़ जी के बारे में कुछ बातें, if you don't mind.
That's what some of our coaches say, actually.
And I'm just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, come on, give him a big hand. Mr. Graham Gooch of Essex, England, and cricket.
Given this life membership of the CCI, I first came to the club when Graham Gooch sent me over with some young Essex batsmen, and I came here and worked with Hanuman Singh, who was a wonderful coach. I'm sure a lot of you know him, and we learnt a lot. I think we had a young Alistair Campbell here as well. Not Alistair Campbell, Alistair Cook. And that was my first experience of a great Indian coach and learning from a different cricketing culture. I'm here now lucky enough to be involved with the England cricket side. and lucky enough to be touring a great cricketing nation. May I also take this opportunity to thank the people of India and the BCCI for the welcome that you have extended us. It has been, it's always very special to tour India. A fascinating place with fascinating people, and produces very interesting cricket. We're one down in the series at the moment, but I'm sure there's going to be some fascinating cricket to come in the next 3 games. Mr. President, thank you once again for this wonderful honour, and to the people of India, thank you very much for our welcome.
And as quickly as we can, let's welcome the Indian cricket coach, Duncan Fletcher, to come on stage and collect his membership from the esteemed gentleman here on stage. Keep in mind we are tossing in about 8 hours, so let's get this moving.
Mr. President, members of CCI, thanks very much for affording me this great honour. It's taken me by surprise, and I really do appreciate everything that the club does for cricket. I'd like to take this opportunity of thanking you for using your facilities for the warm-up before the first test. They were first class, and once again it reminded me of the time when I toured India 4 or 5 years ago, or probably a bit longer. Time flies by. When we used the club for a practice match, and it really struck me, the ambience of the club, the facilities, reminded me of a lot of the top clubs that I've been involved with around the world. And I would just like to say, I hope your success continues, and I'm sure it will under the guidance of the president that you've got at the moment. Thank you very much indeed.
Over the past 6 decades, and Jaico is present in 10 cities across India and has published over 2,000 titles. Gavaskar and Tendulkar, Shaping India's Cricket Destiny by Sandeep Bamzai in 1999. We'd also published Alf Gover's Cricket Manual in the 1980s, and in the 70s we had done Sundar Rajan's book on India's tour to the West Indies. However, a very valid question to ask is, why another book on Sachin? Isn't his career already dissected and analysed more than any other cricketer in history? If you look for books on Sachin online, you will find almost 30 books in English that have been published, and there are many more in regional languages. My guess is that there are close to about 100 books on Sachin in India. What makes Jaico's book different is that it has viewpoints on all important events in Sachin's life by Indian and international cricketers and cricket writers. Some former cricketers who have contributed include Saurabh Ganguly, Ian Chappell, and Peter Roebuck. When Sachin completed his 100th ton, he said to Clayton, Ajit was the first call I got. Yes, it was special because he has been physically and mentally with me throughout. It's like he has played with me all these years.
As he was in his prime, light on his feet and never visible, Farooq Engineer has made his way to the dais as well. Who's in such a good mood, he tweaked my cheeks. We've also got as part of the agenda for the day.
Well, the easiest thing, I suppose, not remain there, yet convey everything. I hope and wish it happens in cricket as well. Well, Sunil says he's unable to attend the function due to unavoidable circumstances. I'm sorry, unavoidable. Well, the message says Sachin Tendulkar is special player, and it needs a special writer to do justice to his skills and ability, I'm sure. And there is none better than Khalid Ansari to do so.
That job is now with Roger Pini. But Roger is too nice and quiet a guy, so we won't quiz Roger about anything at all. Can I now invite Khalid Ansari? We've been at a couple of Khalid Ansari's book releases. Symbolizes Mumbai as well through midday. For us, midday will always be Khalid and Tariq. I notice Tariq is around here too. If you want to tell us about the book and about your role in the book, and Clayton and Ayaz, it's all yours.
The 6, and we have that chair which we'd like to give to him now. Okay, 35 seconds of photos with clothes on. Then we'll have a few drinks and take clothes off. Come on, 1, 2. I want to thank Mr. N. Srinivasan, Mr. Sachin Tendulkar, the Indian team, the English team, all the wonderful people who have taken time out on a working day to come here. All the best for the test match tomorrow. May the best team win. Have fun. And welcome to all our new members. Remember, car parking is a problem. We'll discuss that later. Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The bar is open. The food is open. Cricketers go back to sleep. So we have a good match. Mr. Ravi Shastri, good night. Cheers. Have a good evening. We have a band playing.